Hi, team. This is George. First off, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. So I hope you do absolutely nothing school related tomorrow. I hope you just enjoy the day, however it turns out. Please just enjoy some time. On Monday, part three, the goals, intervention strategies are due, and I wanted to kind of go over this just to make sure that you have a good context of how this should be done. When you get there, the directions, download directions are here, personal behavior modification project instructions. When you download, mine open up in a new tab, but it talks about goals and intervention strategies. First one, identify stimulus conditions. Well, sometimes I just have trouble with words. Identify stimulus conditions. So what are the conditions that help to cause whatever is happening? So if one of the situations is, let's say I want to go to the gym 5 times a week, what are some stimulus conditions that prompt me to go to the gym? What are some stimulus conditions that prompt me to stay on the couch? Things like that. So identify stimulus conditions and how they affect whatever you are trying to accomplish. Set specific goals. Goals are important. If they're just vague and broad, they don't work that well. Something magical happens when you write them down, and it doesn't specifically call out here using SMART goals, but use the SMART process. Make them very specific. Make them measurable. Make them achievable or attainable, so something you can do. Make them realistic and time bound. That's what SMART stands for. I imagine everybody there already knows that, so it's just kind of a review. So here's one. My goal is to drink at least 2 8-ounce glasses of water and only 3 caffeinated beverages per day during week 1. So is that time bound? Yep, week 1 is there. Is it specific? Very much so. Because when we make things specific, they're binary. They're black and white. They're yes or no. So you either did it or you didn't. They're very binary. They don't give us a lot of wiggle room. Sometimes a vague goal will reduce number of caffeine beverages. That gives us a lot of wiggle room. Well, what does reduction? Well, day 1, I reduced to 1. So I'm going to do 2 today. I'm going to do this tomorrow. It's not specific, so it gives us room to slip, is kind of the way I look at it. So be very specific. I use the SMART strategy. That is a very easy way to make them attainable, achievable, and they work better when you simply are specific. They're measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. Clearly design the intervention strategy. Discuss removal and or encourage stimulus conditions. Identify punishers, reinforcers. Describe all details of the intervention, including dates, times, and specific steps. So guess what? If you're already using SMART goals, you can tie that in with the dates, times, and steps of your intervention strategies as well, and include research supporting your chosen intervention strategy. This is important because a lot of times you see things out there that people just do because they think it should work. Well, let's have something that's evidence-based. That's what we want to use. And 3 scholarly sources, so it can be our text, it can be articles, it can be just about anything that is scholarly. You can search it out. The way that I would approach this is, okay, this is my chosen intervention. This is the intervention that I want to use. Then I would search scholarly sources for that to see if I'm off base or not. You can use that way, or you can flip it. You could look at not the strategy, but you can look at what you want to change and search for articles that way as well and come up with your strategy there. That's actually the most beneficial way to go. It may take a little bit longer, but that is a beneficial way to go because you're now using an evidence-based intervention rather than coming up with something first and seeing if it's evidence-based. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving.